Hello and welcome to Cav Me Up. Today I'm going to go over 2V-R8, the companion in Star Wars The Old Republic. And we'll get into his combat effectiveness and a couple other notes about him. And yeah, so let's get started. So yeah, let's take a look at this guy. It's 2V-R8, the ever fearful ship droid. He's pretty entertaining. These are his heal skills. I'm not really going to get into them. They are the standard set. Nothing special about them in particular. And yeah, let me get started. I want to get him attacking as a tank. So we'll switch him to tank stance here. And I'm going to go ahead and debuff this training dummy. Apply the standard armor debuff to it. And then a health debuff to 1 million. And we'll get him started. Okay. So 2V-R8 is a droid that I actually get on almost every character. Not because I really enjoy using him that much, but because he's great for crafting. And the reason why is because late game, you get a whole bunch of Jawa junk. And you can use that Jawa junk to buy maintenance companion gifts. And so both of the ship droids are easily available and very easy and cheap to raise and level. So definitely a great filler. So I get both ship droids on almost every alt character pretty much. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. So he is tanking right now. And you can see here his first attack is the charge that does 25% heal of the damage it inflicts. Usually about 2 to 3k. You can see there was 2100 there. Next skill is Threatening Focus, which is a taunt and also an absorb shield, which is pretty nice. Provoking Flare is an AoE taunt. And then Anti-Personnel Detonator, which I love seeing this effect, it's pretty cool. It activates, so it does an AoE attack that's high threat, and then applies a 50% damage reduction, which is pretty fantastic. And then also the multi-grapple. So you can see here he's parsing right along. One thing I've noticed is that generally ranged tanks tend to get a little bit more threat. Part of it is just the way that threat is built in Star Wars. Because they generally stand a little bit further away. They taunt when they're a little bit further away, and so they get a little bit more threat than a melee character. Now, I don't know how this plays out in the real world, because usually boss mobs are kind of moving in closer to what they're fighting. I don't know if there's any of that extra distance or not, but on a longer fight you might prefer a ranged tank. Just something to consider. So we're over 500k. I'm going to go ahead and stop this because these results really aren't going to change much. So 3300 DPS, which is solid for tanking. A little bit of heals, and then 42k in threat, which is it's pretty good. So before we switch to DPS, I have to do something really important, and that is put on my favorite customization for this guy. I think he looks pretty awesome in it. So this is a crimson something, and yeah, it's just pretty cool. So get this guy debuffed. And there we go. So yeah, again, the same debuffs we use for parsing. Let's get this guy lined up here. And oh man, I screwed up. Sorry. Didn't change him to damage. Let's do that and try again. I was so excited about the customization that I just forgot to switch. I'm sorry. It is cool though, man. It's awesome. Okay. So this time for real and stuff. There we go. Okay. So here we go. We're in DPS form. Pistol users are not the most amazing, at least not single pistol users. But we'll take a look here. So his skills, the first one is Blast, which is the standard kind of power shot. And then Exhaustive Shot is the damage over time effect here that also applies Sunder. Very useful. Deadeye Shot is the attack that's usable under 30% health and hits really hard. We'll see that come up, but it's going to be about 30 km on a boss like this. And then Thermal Grenade is the AoE attack that they can throw out. And then he gets the pretty standard 5-second stun for a tech user. And so yeah, he's parsing right along here. So he's over 7,300. Oh, geez, jumping all over. And doing pretty well. I have seen parses for this guy range from somewhere around 77k up to 7,700 up to 8,200, maybe 8,300 actually. It's pretty rare, but I've seen it kind of range that far. But we'll see how this guy does here. Ooh. So he's able to use his Deadeye Shot now. What was it? 25k power shot. That's pretty good. We'll see how the Deadeye goes. Whoa, I think that was like 46k or something. Nice. And the final countdown. There we go. Okay. So 7790. That's it's not bad. That's kind of what's generally expected, though you definitely could see up to 82 or even 8,300. It's really random based on crits, and I'm only parsing 1 mil dummy. You know, you could definitely parse with a higher health dummy and get a little more consistent results. But yeah, that's 2V-R8. I do recommend getting him on all your alt characters just because he's cheap to level with Jawa Scrap, and he's a fine companion. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you like videos like this, or stop by Twitch and catch me there. We can go do some requests and parse whatever you'd like. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.